as y'all know, we do all that and say all that to do this, y'all. 4:33 actually a.m. here on the West Coast, Northern California, Stockton, California to be exact, baby. My name is Cherry Franklin. This is the Cherry Franklin Show. Welcome everybody. That is our alert that we are now live on Facebook and YouTube on the podcast. So if you have not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, especially on YouTube at the Cherry Franklin Show. You'll see me with my hands up in front of a green screen with some red gloves on. That's how you know that's the channel you need to subscribe to. So you can get all the venues, artists, and the links and the promotions and the interviews and the businesses and especially the news and the music when we go live between 4 and 6 especially. Y'all can come on here and get y'all shout outs in and comment up under the podcast and all of that. So a couple things we're going to discuss right now. We're going to let somebody talk to us about the damn stimulus check. And then we're going to listen to some music along with it. So if you have not rolled a blunt, made a drink, a cup of coffee, or a sandwich, or fired up a square, now's the time to do so. I'd like to shout out Diamond Candy ENT on Instagram, as well as Nick Snacks and Crafts. You can find her page on Facebook where you can order custom made novelty items, ashtrays, rolling trays, storage boxes, things like that. And the beautiful Diamond Candy ENT always got media arts for you guys coming up on Instagram. So check them out. Without further ado, if you have not rolled up a blunt, made a drink, a cup of coffee, a sandwich, or fired up a square, now's the time to do so. Welcome to the 420 show. Make sure y'all let us know what is you smoking, what flavors are popular in your area, what is brand spanking new, what is the best of the best of the best, served with honors, and what not to get. Make sure you leave it in the comments. Welcome to the session, y'all.
The new unemployment numbers will be
Let's
released
see what they got going on with our
They say yesterday economic data came in, and it was better than expected. And what about that stimulus check that's missing? You were that stimulus check delivered after they filed a tax return. All great news across the board. Meantime, why did native Democratic senators stand up to Joe Biden? What was his reaction? On stimulus. I have all the great exciting news on a special early morning's broadcast.
Oh, y'all gonna be hella mad. Guess what I don't have in my hand? The light.
Hey, good morning, everybody. How are you? The Toast Butters, you're here. And I'm on sort of a modified set as we get ready for the new LLA. So appreciate all your thoughts and wishes on a camera angle and a different look. Just temporary as we get ready. So make sure you subscribe. Also like this video. And if you're not becoming a member of Power House, VIP. And over there is a chat buddies where you can read some of the comments I read last night when I had the camera angle lower and the screen yesterday. People say, go to bed, so tired. You got wrinkles, you look old. It's called bad camera angle. You're doing temporary shoots, you're not worried about the camera angle. We see there's a light right here. I'm just trying to see the best way, the best format I can. Ready for the new show. All right. Across the board. A lot of details I don't want to miss a beat. So let's get right to the breaking news. The breaking news this morning is that shortly after sunrise, you're going to see the new
I did not go nowhere. You said everything was just $14
$14 a child. $14 don't depend. but it's all slightly dependent on a lot of economic factors. And the biggest one is the one of them that you're going to see today. The first thing you're going to hear today is the new jobless claim. Numbers released every week. Which was April 23rd. Currently detailed is $1.5 million wild and $1,800,000. It was 200,000 for the kid. Well, the number is still not approved. Somewhere around 600. That's the second number is how many continuing unemployed people are there in the United States. It's about 20 million. It's going to stay somewhere around there. It's the third number. Has everything to do with your stimulus. The third number is how many long-term unemployed people are there. It's currently about 4 million, about 40%. It's the worst number since the Great Recession. So this is the number that economists, the White House, the Federal Reserve, Janet Yellen, myself, you should be looking for. Because as that number stays high, more stimulus is needed. As the number stays high, the Federal Reserve says it's not changing its economic policies. It wants you to have more stimulus. It's not going to raise rates. It's not going to change that policies. It's going to continue its buybacks. So if that number stays where it is, that's where the focus is. Now, yesterday we heard a new number. It doesn't determine stimulus directly like this one does. That number blew it out of the water. It was so good. It was the consumer spending number, and they had looked for a 1.2% number. Wall Street is looking for like 1.2%, and this is how much spending went on in the month of January.
I don't know what the fuck this dude is saying, but I'm missing a lighter.
It was over 5%.
I don't know if y'all want to start banging on doors. Come with me to bang on doors to find this lighter, but that's what is about to happen in 2 seconds if I don't find this motherfucker. I don't give a fuck about nobody, bitch ass. And this bitch, I'm not no retarded ass child. No, honey, if I don't find no lighter, I'm finna be in somebody's motherfucking face, in somebody's motherfucking neck, on somebody's motherfucking the back of somebody's goddamn neck. You got me all like fucked up, bitch. The only reason I don't slap people in this bitch for being ignorant and fucking perverse and shit is because I fucking smoke weed to calm my motherfucking nerves. And if I don't find this motherfucking lighter, it's about to be a fucking lighter. Yeah, just wait 1 minute, because the bitch is not playing in here. I don't know who the fuck is comfortable touching my shit, but bitch is not in here. And I have a problem with that. I told y'all motherfucking retarded, crackhead, dumbass not to fucking be trusting these foul motherfuckers to disrespect my life. I said it 1,000 times out loud, now my only lighter is missing, bitch. I'm in the middle of live TV, bitch. I don't have time for this shit right now. I'm finna tax the fuck out of this bitch. Bruh, somebody gonna get killed if they put hands on me. I do not tolerate this type of disrespect and this type of out the way ass shit. Bitch, my lighter was on my counter next to the fucking blunt. The blunt is there, but the lighter is not. Please tell me why the fuck I shouldn't spaz on this motherfucker right now. Give me one good reason why I should have spaz the fuck out and tear this bitch up. Hello. See, I don't hear no good reasons not to blow this motherfucker the fuck up. Why do y'all do that, man? Why do you let tweakers in your fucking businesses that don't have no respect for other people's privacy and belongings and fucking hardship and money? Why do you do that? And then ask me to spare motherfuckers' lives and feelings and shit, bro. But they didn't have no respect to begin with, though, bitch. I don't see no lighter in here. Bitch, I'm not no motherfucking alcoholic or no idiot or no motherfucking retarded bitch that just be losing shit that she just had in her fucking hand. Bitch, it don't be nobody around me but me. Shouldn't nothing be missing or out of my eyesight at all. Where I can't see it at all. Bitch, I don't got nothing to hide. Shouldn't nothing be missing. Are you fucking kidding me? Ooh, bitch. I almost blew this motherfucking building up. I promise you. I was astounded, but bitch, again, not in the right place. I don't play that. I wouldn't give a fuck if it was a $2 lighter or a $1,000 bill. I'm gonna turn the fucking building upside down. And I wouldn't give a fuck if it was my $2 lighter or my $1,000 bill. If it was your shit, I would turn this motherfucker upside down. You got me fucked up. Don't ever lie to me and say somebody took something, because bitch, you gonna get them killed fucking with me. Ooh, now I'm sweating. Ooh, now we gotta start over. Y'all ready? Because I don't know what the fuck this dude was talking about in this video. Except that he didn't have my motherfucking lighter. That's all that matters to me. My motherfucking money. For some people, not just me, not just women though. You know what I'm saying? Nothing shouldn't matter to you more than your health or your safety or your money. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Fuck that. Alright, back to the normally scheduled program. See where the fuck they got our money at for the stimulus check.
Economic data came in better than expected.
And what about that
stimulus check that's missing?
Viewers get that stimulus check delivered to them after they file the tax return. All great news
across the board. Meantime, why did two major Democratic senators stand up to Joe Biden? What was his reaction? On stimulus. I have all the great exciting news on a special early mornings broadcast. Early mornings. I like it.
I'll tell you something old. Show you something, half my age, maybe more. These motherfucking places listed on the back of this is out of business.
I'm here, you're here,
and I'm on sort of a modified set as we get ready for the new LLA. So appreciate all your thoughts and wishes on a change camera angle and a different look. Just temporary, ready for the new show.
So make sure you subscribe. Also like this video, and if you're not consider becoming a member for Power VIP. And over there is a chat. You can chat with our buddies, where you can read some comments I read last night when I had my camera angle lower in the streets yesterday. People say, dude, go to bed. I'm so tired. You got wrinkles, you look old and fat. Like, yeah. It's called that camera angle. You're doing temporary shoots, you're not worried about a light or the camera angles. You see there's a light right here, right there. So it's just, I'm just trying to deliver the news to you in the best way, in the best format I can, as we get ready for the show. All right.
So much
across the board. I have a lot of details I don't want to miss a beat, so let's get right to The breaking news that started this morning is that shortly after sunrise, you're going to see the new unemployment numbers. These are everything that you do if you're stimulus. Now, getting a stimulus check, $1,400 an individual, $2,800 married couple, $1,400 a child, $14 adult.
Yeah, my beat's way
It's
tighter
all
than his beat.
slightly dependent on a lot of economic factors.
For real
The
though.
biggest one is one of them that you're going to see today. The first number you're going to hear today is the new jobless claims. This is a number that's released every week. You've been looking since April 25th. You heard the detail. It was 1.5 million for a while, 1,800,000. It was 200,000 before the pandemic hit.
We'll go invite you.
The number is
to
still
the
not
smoke
approved.
section.
It's somewhere around 700. That's the first number. The second number is how many continuing unemployed people are in the United States. It's about 20 million. It's going to stay somewhere around there. It's the third number that has everything to do with your stimulus. The third number is how many long-term unemployed people are there. It's currently about 4 million, about 40%. It's the worst numbers of the Great Recession. This is the number that economists, the White House, the Federal Reserve, Janet Yellen, myself, and you should be looking for. Because as that number stays high, more stimulus is needed. As the number stays high, the Federal Reserve says it's not changing its economic policies. And once you have more stimulus, it's not going to raise rates. It's not going to change that policy. It's going to continue its buybacks. So if that number stays where it is, that's where the focus is. Now, yesterday we heard a new number. It doesn't determine stimulus directly like this one does. That number blew it out of the water. It was so good. It was the consumer spending number, and they had to look for a 1.2% number. Wall Street is looking for like 1.2%, and this is how much spending went on in the month of January. After a 0.7 decline in December, it blew it out of the water. It was over 5%. It was really high. The number was so high that immediately people were wondering, wait a second, does this mean that interest rates are going to go up? Does this mean the Federal Reserve is going to lack policies? Does this mean the Federal Reserve is going to raise rates? Does this mean the economy is going to tank? Does this mean inflation's around the corner? A lot of concerns. Federal Reserve said, calm it down. This is not how we determine our monetary policy. It's not how you determine your stimulus policy either. The White House has made very clear. The White House is number that gauges the White House's stimulus policy more than anything else, and rightfully so, is long-term unemployment. Now, the other number that came out yesterday is disconcerting for a lot of viewers and impacts SSI especially. That number was how much your price of goods costs, that's your milk and eggs. That number showed its highest raise since 2009. It was the roof. It was the biggest rise in the cost of things you buy in the market, for example, in almost a decade. Now, this is not good. The day showed real promise. Real great promise for SSI. I'll explain to you how. In December, Chuck Schumer said that he wants Joe Biden by executive order on day one to sign an order for giving $50,000 to student loan debt. That was December. About 3 days later, the president came out and said, I'm not doing it. You can do it by bill, I'm not doing it by executive order. Okay. So then came day one. Joe Biden didn't do it on day one. So Chuck Schumer said, you know what? I'm introducing a bill with Liz Warren, and it's going into the Senate, $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness. But we're also going to urge for executive order. So they went to the White House first.
It might be Brent.
Yeah. So yesterday,
I asked, and I looked at the way it looked. It might be Brent.
Who said reacted to the $50,000 student debt forgiveness bill. He said, no, I'm not doing it. I'll do $10,000 now. Do it by bill. I'm not doing executive order. I'm not doing 50. I'll do 10. Well, guess what Chuck Warren said? Guess what? We're not rolling over. Excuse me. These are now the fourth Democratic senators who have now said to the president, they are not rolling over. They're going to be respectful of the situation. They're going to push, but they are not accepting
they might be
no
Brent.
answer.
the way they look, they might
why
be
is this good for
rents.
SSI and SSDI?
Usually it's cookies,
Because in
though.
March of 2020, the same two people wrote the bill
It's
that
hard
gives
to
you exactly what you want for SSI and SSDI. They don't need President Biden to remember what he promised on the campaign trail. They don't need President Biden to do something that he's promised he's going to do in December in his transition papers. They don't need that. They just need to reintroduce the bill. In fact, they don't even have that. They just change the date on the top of the bill and put it back into the Senate floor. Done. The bill has all three provisions that we talk about on this channel. $200 a month, just the benefits you're on, SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad benefits. The new benchmark, different than COLA.
$200 increase for SSI, okay?
The new, the lifetime increase up to 20%. That's all in the bill. You don't have to do anything else. It's that simple. So what else happened yesterday? Well, after Wall Street started reacting to this consumer spending, they were a little confused about where things were going.
Screenshot the filter.
Ultimately, they thought that the consumer spending was an indication of rebounding economy. Immediately, they thought, okay, well, then the next thing on path is raising of rates. Not so. And here is where we ended the day. With 3 million
only got 2 pictures out of all that work. That's why I hate
Wednesday, 4 million on Tuesday, 4 million on Monday. There's a series of major contracts. First, we have these horrible grids in the Midwest and the Southeast and the Southwest that are down. They're down because of the cold snap. No electric, no water, no heating, no oil. Federal national emergency has been issued for that area to deal with the situation.
We're about halfway through the blunt. He also talking about how Biden turned down the oilways and railways in the United States, but supported the ones in Russia.
Understanding the third stimulus package by its design will be called for a vote in the House of Representatives on February 22nd. Then it lands in the Senate. And now, for the first time ever, we have not 1, not 2, but 5 senators who are saying they don't have issues with things of the third stimulus package. They want to go bigger and bolder.
They wanted to say they wanted all Americans employed. They also said they wanted all Americans vaccinated.
That Chuck Schumer and Elizabeth Warren said yesterday. While the president is the president, and while the president is part of my party, Biden's also a Democrat. He says, if I don't agree with something, I don't agree with it, and I'm not going to sign it off. And that's where he is on FPUC. That signals that Democrats won't hold up the bill.
Hearts on the screen and the fire meter over 3,000.
To ensure
it was over 80, 90 viewers a moment ago.
Under the third stimulus package, this is what you would get. An individual would get the $1,400 stimulus check.
I see 91 viewers, 3,500 heart reactions.
If you have a child 5 years and younger, that child's going to get $1,400 plus $3,000. If you have a child of 6 to 17, $1,400 plus $3,000.
He's trying to figure out
if you have a student in
the
college,
child tax credit.
$1,400 plus $1,700. If you own a business, $1,400 plus a $5,000 business grant. If you're a parent that had paid sick leave, let's say your kid's school is closed, you had to stay home and take care of the kid, $1,400 plus $1,400 per week based on a $73,000 annual salary. Also, the same scenario if you had to stay home because a family member's sick, or because you had to quarantine, or you got COVID. Then $1,400 plus $1,500 if you're an essential worker, and made less than $25,000 a year.
That's the hearts
You see how there's a lot of things,
and then another 100.
And what important to understand is that they're all there to get. But what's also important to understand is that the first and second stimulus are law. And there's money to get right now. If you're watching this video and you need rent, you need food, utilities right now, don't wait. Don't wait. Go get it. Go get it by reaching out to your city, county, and state and getting that rent utilities, saying, I need assistance because of COVID. I need rent assistance because of COVID. They have $800 billion for cities and counties and states under the second stimulus package. So if you look at December, they didn't have it then, they have it now. If you call them up today and you call up your utilities company and you still have confusion about it, reach out to the volunteers on the community page of the channel. They're in the top of the chat and also in the description. That's news.la.com/community. My job is to get you money right now, not 5 days from now, not 5 weeks from now, not 5 months from now. That's the focus of the channel. Ultimately, I don't want you to wait around for the third stimulus package to kick in because there's money available for you in this very moment. Next, we have really good news yesterday
That's why
about the first and second stimulus check.
I'm not even
missing.
fucking with this video and the rearranging and re-recording and shit. But the point is, let me tell you, the point is, they're supposed to be working on our stimulus check, period. Labor Day. All right, one more video, y'all. Please don't be boring, Jesus. Almost 5 a.m. here on the West Coast, y'all. Northern California, Southern California, to be exact, baby.
And that's coming from the White House. However, he will not be the one that requests Congress to include those into the next bill. That will be on Congress, and if Congress decides to include it, and they do, okay, he would support it. He would sign off on that bill. However, President Biden has said that these two new infrastructure bills, these are going to be about the future. This is that $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill and the $3.5 trillion human infrastructure bill, or social package. President Biden said, it's about investing in America's future, not about short-term stimulus. That's not what we're talking about. These are long-term prosperity we're talking about. So he wants long-term goals, not short-term stimulus. But we will see what actually happens. Now, after he was questioned a little bit, whether it was, and a lot of people want to know, is this really the right time to move away from stimulus? President Biden pretty much applauded the Federal Reserve for continuing with their $120 billion program per month to support additional stimulus, the Biden program. What we know right now is that President Biden said, we're going to create millions of good-paying jobs. We're going to ease inflationary pressure. And they're going to do that by introducing infrastructure. However, a lot of lawmakers question whether this is the time to do infrastructure opposed to stimulus. What we know, and again, multiple reports are saying the exact same thing, is that yes, infrastructure is needed. It's very important. And Senator Bernie Sanders said this the other day. However, human infrastructure and stimulus is more important. This is child care, elder care, free community college, expanding Medicare, extending the child tax credit payments. That's more important than infrastructure at this time. But again, we will see. Now, some lawmakers say that more payments to the American people would not affect inflation. And again, remember, President Biden says he wants to ease inflationary pressure. But what we know is that spending too much, too quickly, could send inflation even higher. Millions are already worried about, high gas prices, rents, medications, food, and just the necessities. But we can't afford to have everything get even more expensive, especially in a time when today is the last day we see unemployment benefits. The last day for almost 8 million people. The last day for any income is today. It's not looking good. That is not good. But this is why many lawmakers say that additional payments to the American people are not going to affect inflation. We need to provide more assistance to those that are currently hurting. They say, as long as we go after the tax cheats, the rich and large corporations, then this is effectively going to cost nothing to the lower income earners. Now, this similar statement was reiterated by multiple lawmakers. That as long as we go after the rich, the wealthy, the large corporations, Okay. If we do that, we can give out additional assistance to the lower income earners. I've been telling you this for months. I see an additional stimulus check in some fashion coming. Whether it's a typical stimulus check, a tax credit that maybe we get in advance. Right? There's a lot of things we can do here. We still have months left in the year, so there's some wiggle room that we got right now. But what we're seeing is everybody is in support of providing additional assistance to the lower income earners. So that's going to be about 25, probably 50 million people that are going to receive some form of stimulus. And it's going to happen. Again, I think it's going to happen, but it's going to happen to those that are making $40,000 to $50,000 or less per year. Okay. So if you fall within that category, chances are you're going to get something. Just keep that in mind. Now, let's get into the student loan news. We have been seeing a lot of people are pushing for student loan forgiveness. We've been seeing a lot of the lawmakers are pushing for either it's a partial loan forgiveness or the full thing. We saw that they pushed for an extension of the payment pause. They got that included. That was an executive order. That was done. However, here's what we're learning today. We've been seeing the education department do a lot for borrowers over the past year. But there are some issues that slip through the cracks. Here's the one that some people are saying they're pretty upset by. The other day, we learned that $40 million, about $40 million was garnished from borrowers, even though the education department prohibited garnishments. They said that $27.2 million was seized in May, and another $12.9 million was seized back in June of 2021. The education department, however, has stated that being that the order was retroactive to March 13th, 2020, they're making that any wages garnished, any tax refunds seized, or any payments made would be received in a full refund to those borrowers. So at least that's some good news there. Now, the unemployment news. We already know the unemployment benefits are going to expire for 7 to 8 million people today. This is really hard to. I know people that are on unemployment. I do. I know a lot of people that are on unemployment. And they're not on unemployment because they don't want to go back to work. They're not on unemployment because they just want to stay home or they're making more money on unemployment than going back to work. They're on unemployment because their business either closed down, their business doesn't want them back because they've figured out different ways to automate some of their jobs and their tasks, and then they push off the rest of their tasks onto other workers. But the main reason why they're not going back to work is because of childcare. They don't have people to watch their children. They can't go to work at 7:30 in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning because their kids do not go to school until almost 9 o'clock in the morning. They don't have somebody to watch their kids. They can't get off work early at 3:20 or whatever to go pick up their kids from school. They don't have after school daycare services, so they can't do that. There's a lot of issues. But according to many, we are going to see over this next week or two. So just trying to talk about how I feel for these people. I really do. But just over the next couple of weeks, we're going to see what's going to happen. We're going to see if there needs to be an extension of unemployment benefits. There are still many lawmakers that are not opposing the extension of unemployment benefits, but they want to see what happens over the next few weeks. Will we see more people get back into the jobs search? Will more people go and get hired? Will businesses bring on new employees? We don't know. We're going to find that out very soon. But according to the Labor Department, they're saying this is the optimal time to do an unemployment system reform. They say that the American Rescue Plan, it allocated about $2 billion in funding to help them prevent fraud, ensure timely payments, and reduce inequities. So we're going to see what happens there. But I can tell you right now, there was billions of dollars stolen from the unemployed. A lot of it was coming from other countries. Some people here within the U.S. Here in this border. But there was a lot of fraud. Some people didn't get payments on time. some people, as of today, just in the comments of some of my previous videos, some people are saying they are still waiting on unemployment benefits from months ago. That's crazy. Now, let's talk about the news from the Old Farmer's Almanac. They're saying that this winter is going to be called the season of shivers. They say that this winter will be one of the longest and coldest winters we've seen in years. This is mainly for the East Coast. Okay, mainly for the East Coast, a little bit with the middle of the country. However, they say the western part of the country, California, Oregon, Washington, it's going to be mild and dry. So cold and wet on one side, mild and dry on the other. We're gonna see what happens, but it could be interesting. Again, this is just their prediction. They're not always right, but we'll see when we get there. Now, let's get into the COVID news. Reports today. The other day, I reported how California was seeing the first confirmed case of Mu. Reports now indicate that 47 states have reported cases of the new COVID variant Mu. That sounds great. Remember, if you're not sure what this is, this new COVID variant, this actually has the potential properties to evade any immunity. So that means if you are previously infected with COVID, those antibodies aren't going to help you. If you receive the vaccine, there's a chance that vaccine is not going to help you. Well, 47 states have now confirmed cases. The only states that do not have one single reported case are Nebraska, Vermont, and South Dakota. Alaska has the highest percentage of Mu cases at 4%. However, California has the most in terms of raw numbers with 232 reported cases.
All right, I'm going to stop you there. Yeah, we say all that to say this. Please visit change.org to make a difference in your city or state. Change.org, you can also vote on your stimulus check and also on the Justice for the Say Their Names hashtags, Justice for George Floyd, Justice for Ahmaud Arbery, Justice for Breonna Taylor, Vanessa Gillen, Elijah McClain, Micaiah Bryant, and Adam Toledo. Also vote.org. Some of these pandemic stipulations and laws for public transportation and social distancing laws for your city and state are available at vote.org. Please do what you can, where you can, when you can. If you're low on funds or low on health insurance, visit mdsave.com for underground online vouchers and coupons for medical and hospital needs and procedures. None of this is a paid advertisement. I'm telling you, you should not pay to vote or sign petitions. You should go pay for coupons and vouchers when you go to your procedures as well. So I'm just not paid to tell y'all this. I'm just trying to save your life and stuff like that. Y'all follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Go play the music that we have there on the playlist. Those are some amazing artists we have for you. Again, I love you. You're beautiful. Your soul is beautiful. Your energy is positive. You're important to me, your community, your family, and your friends. And I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here, making me a top streamer, all of that. Thank y'all for my money. I see some money on the screen and a whole lot of hearts. Thank y'all. We're going to fade to the background and the